Welcome to this daily recap from Professional Futures Group. This is the recap for ES S&P 500 Futures for June 9th, 2020. In front of you, you have the post that is given in the daily chat room, 7:59 Central Time. As you can see, there's an overview and the chart at the same time that is given with the levels prior to them being played. They are mentioned here: 1957-75, 3201, 3207, 3210, 95, 92, that are the current significant levels that we would have to hold as we're coming down. And then obviously, I think this is a mistake too, should be 93.50. So everything is reported beforehand that they play, and as I do these recaps, generally what I'm doing is I'm going over them from the perspective to see how the levels played. All the levels are marked on the chart beforehand, and obviously the RTH session opens up here at 8:30 Central Time, the darkened area. So let's go ahead and take a look at this from the perspective of just scalping. Again, the contextual method that I teach teaches scalping and trading, but the proprietary lines are what are key since we see a high rate of reaction at those lines. So from a scalping perspective, we look to generate 5 points at a minimum and 6 points for a loss. So let's see how the levels worked out today. As the market opened and came into it, here's the first level that is being played, which would end up being a winner, and then reversing at the next level as it comes up into it, back down. So another winner, and here's an add-on that you probably did not get filled on there, so that there is a play back up to this level here again to be played for another winner. And then we come down to this level of 97.75. Originally, when we move up, we don't get to where we need to get me 5 points. So if you added at this level here, 93.50, that was talked about in the overview, 95 or 93 out of here. I think I said it was 92, but in the chart it's actually 93. That is in there. We would have to, from 95 to lose 6 points, go below 90. We end up coming into here at 91. So this level here, as it's played, doesn't even lose from that perspective as it moves up higher here. So this would be up for another 5 points, giving us another winner out of there. And then we have a reversal. I will count this just to be fair, that even though it comes back down, that it does not give 5 points out of it. So from here, we would count this one as a loser. Up to this level here, even though we're moving up, the system teaches how to avoid some of these levels, but we would end up counting this as a loser as well. And then as we end up coming into this level here, we can see that it plays down, giving us what we need to, which would be into 5 points for a winner, and then into here back up, which we would probably not have gotten filled for another short, but ends up giving us another one for a winner out of there. So as we come back down, if we would have played here, I will count this as a losing trade from this action here. If we would have replayed it back down, let's say 97 to 01, it's more than 6 points. So from here, this would be a loser, and then into this level back up for 5, giving us another winner. And coming back down, if we would have played this level here, we would count this as being a losing trade, even though that the trade as we come back up and plays this level is back into this one, which would be for a winner, but it did not get to 5 points, so I won't count it. Now we move back up, and now we're into the levels here again. So in playing the level, if we would have played this level, it is not a loser here, so this level here back up for the 5 points ends up working out for us. And then again, coming in here, if we played this one, I will count this as a loser. See how we are for the day. And then come into here for a long, back up, giving us our 5 points. And then a transition towards the end of the day as we come into the level. So if we played 32.10 back down over here would be more than 6 points. So from this perspective, would end up being a loser. And then from here back up ends up being a winner. And then the short from here back down, even though we come into here, it's from that perspective, so that's fine. Additionally, too, when we talked about this yesterday, I think where we had closed was into here. When I closed the recap from yesterday, you could see that we moved back up, making another winner, and then back down for another winner as well if you would have played this. So let's just look at this, though, as we're doing this. So from today's price action, we want to stay positive. Obviously, some days are better than other days. There was a lot of opportunity by understanding, holding our specific levels again of 93.75 that we talked about a couple days ago. This was the same area yesterday, which is being blocked, but this is the 93 and 95 that is up here that the price ends up moving up. We have the same levels that are here again today to take more out of the market. So as we move up, we can see why this doesn't provide as much as it should be as we're heading towards, which was in the chart, that we had a low of 31.85. You can go back and look at the recap. I think I actually have it in here. To continue the trend, let's see, what are we between? So the current levels are 31.85 and 32.12, and then as we are looking at those areas, you can see that they end up playing very well. So we hold this down here and then move up as these end up being losers, but I'm counting them to be fair, into the 32.12 and then back down for the continual moves. So we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 losers at 6 points would be 36. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, which would give us 55, and we had 36. So for the day, we would be up 19 points for the day just by scalping the moves back and forth. Part of the methodology that we also talk about, it is key that in the beginning it becomes rule-based, where you're playing the levels, and the goal is to become a discretionary trading, understanding where certain trends are and levels that need to be avoided. In the recaps, without giving away the methodology, I am giving you the overview just by playing the levels, and you can see, as I've done several of these now, that it ends up being a positive day. And if you were able to reduce some of these because of trend going up and not playing the levels, then we would understand that our win rate would be even more as we come adding our total up for the day. So there is today's daily recap brought to you by Pro Futures Group. My name is Bart. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. I'll try to be as consistent as possible, even though I'll be taking a couple days off here to go over it so that you can see if it's a methodology that you're interested in learning. Again, we are not a financial advisory firm. We are an education group that teaches traders how to be more profitable based upon proprietary levels that we teach in our training sessions, and it's up to you of how you are going to play those levels or not. So with that, I will end.